everyone, and welcome to another Nailed It with the Library program. I'm your host, Miss Shantae, and we are going to do homemade lollipops today. Just going to tell you the ingredients and the measurements that you will need. You are going to need 1/4 cup of water. You're going to need 2/3 cup of corn syrup, light corn syrup. You're going to need 2 cups of sugar. And before you start off, you need to get a bowl big enough to set your pan that you're cooking in and fill it up with ice water. This is to cool down the mixture rapidly. You should have the corn syrup and a candy thermometer in your kit. And you should also have your Lollipop Sticks. And it is optional, but if you want to have flavor, you can put flavor inside yours. I will be using some flavoring for mine. I think I'm going to do pineapple. Just a little small flavoring, just like that. And if you want to add sprinkles, you can also break out the sprinkles as well. These are going to be clear lollipops, so you can be very creative. If you want to add food coloring, you can. And then you want to make sure that you also have a baking or cookie sheet and parchment paper already lined up and ready to go, so that when your mixture is ready and it has cooled down enough to where you can pour it, you don't have to take a long time to prep those things. So we're gonna go ahead and start. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to measure out 2 cups of sugar. All right, so that's 1. We have 2 cups of sugar. And then we are going to measure out 2/3 cups of light cornstarch. So I actually have a 1/3 measure, so I'm just gonna do 2 things of this. I'm just gonna pour it right in the pan. It's a little sticky, so all right. And then you are going to add your 1/4 cup of water. All right. And we are just going to dump it right on in there. All right, now that we have all our ingredients in the pan, I'll need you to turn your stove on and turn it to medium heat. Just so that the ingredients can heat up. Do not stir it yet. You just want to see the bubbles start form, and make sure that you attach your thermometer that way, or not really attach it, but if you just stick it in there so that you can see the temperature. And the goal is to get it right at around 310 and not over, because then it'll start to turn yellow and we don't want that. So yeah, 310, that is hard cracking temperature. Makes it great for it to cool down and make it nice and hard and crunchy. So once it starts to boil, you can start mixing it up, and you want to boil it for about 7 minutes. So I'm just stirring it. And again, guys, just make sure that you do not go over 310 degrees. So you want to see it boil. That's the main thing. You can increase the heat to medium heat to get it boiling. And the sugar should be dissolving. You can stir it around more to get it to dissolve. And guys, just be careful not to burn the sugar. I know sugar is so easy to burn, but make sure you keep it on a low till the sugar starts to dissolve more, and then you can turn it up to medium heat to get it to boil. Each stove is different. If you have a gas stove, it may, be a little bit different than an electric stove. So you have to use your judgment on that. If you're in a different area, then of course it'll be a little bit different. So just use your judgment on when you want to turn your temperatures up and how fast it cooks. And when you do get it to 310 degrees, you want to immediately take it off the heat and put the pan into the cold water, but do not get the water in the pan. Just give it like a bath. Just soak it in the water, but do not let any of the cold water get into it. All right, mine is starting to boil. Hope you guys is turning out just as well. My mixture has just turned clear. Please be cautious, guys, on the stove with the hot melted sugar. Alright. I'm going to turn mine off now because I've reached what I need to do. And I'm going to just submerge it in the water. And I'm going to hold on because I have a smaller pan. You're just going to do this for about like 20 seconds. Alright, and now what you're going to do is, if you're going to use any flavoring, this is the time to go ahead and drop the flavoring inside. And I used pineapple. And you just go ahead and mix it. You see it's already starting to thicken up. Alright, now working quickly, what you are going to do is you can also transfer this into a container that is heat resistant to this and pour it. But I'm just going to use a little scooper here to scoop into the mixture. And just drop it right on to there onto the cookie sheet. And then I'm going to add my lollipop stick right in the middle, just like that. And of course it's going to spread, so just be careful of how far apart you're going to be putting it. I have a big scooper, so mine are going to be a little bit big. I'm trying to make a smaller one. And I'm not going to make the whole pan of them. I'm just going to make enough for my kids to enjoy. Make that one a little bit thicker and just set the spoon right in there. If you want, you can add some sprinkles. And just drop them right on in there as you would your lollipop sticks. That first one didn't come out all that well. Here we go. And we're just going to keep doing it. And you can do it with however many you want. If you have any leftover lollipop sticks from somewhere else, feel free. And you don't want it to clash. If you have molds, this is a good time where you can use a mold and then stick the lollipop sticks into the mold as well. I didn't get that perfect lollipop shape. I'm just going to turn it upside down. Let's see if we can get one more out of this. Maybe we can get it a little bit more of a lollipop shape. And you're just going to stick right in there. If you want to go back over them and just kind of seal the stick in, you can. I'm going to do that just so that the stick won't fall off. Just going to seal them right on in. This one needs a little bit more. And you want to do that before they all start to harden. This one was a little struggle, but just get the hang of doing them in lollipop shapes, or you can make your own shapes. It doesn't really matter. There's no right way to make a lollipop shape. So I hope that you guys turn out right, and we will come back with the finished product. Thank you, and thank you so much for tuning in. And please, please, please post your masterpieces onto our social media website page. And if not, then you can email your pictures to me at srholloway@suffolkva.us, and I will be glad to showcase them for you. Thank you for tuning in, and you guys have a nice evening.